We're excited to announce the introduction of OPA into Oracle Integration 3. With the April release, you will be able to provision our next-gen process offering within Oracle Integration 3. So, how do you do that? Well, first you need to navigate to the OCI console for your OIC Enterprise Edition instance. Here, you will see Process Automation appear as an additional option for your OIC instance. You will need to enable Process Automation, which will provision an OPA instance and attach it to your Oracle Integration 3 environment. Once this process is complete, you will see Process appear in the menu navigation of OIC 3. So again, this is our next-gen OPA version of our process capabilities, meaning that you're leveraging our latest process product. Once you click on the process link, this will navigate you to our Process Designer homepage, where you can create your process applications, and these can actually interact with the integrations you have created in your integration platform. We'll come to that in a second. One thing that I want to mention, though, is that not only are we introducing OPA as part of OIC or Oracle Integration 3, we are also allowing you to attach an OIC instance to an OPA instance that's not part of OIC. So for those that are unaware, OPA comes in 3 different flavors. An OPA version for Fusion applications that serves SaaS extension use cases, standalone OPA, which is really intended for customers that only want to leverage a process platform, and OPA as part of Oracle Integration 3. So they're the 3 different flavors that OPA can be purchased in. And what we are announcing is not only will we have the support for leveraging integrations from the version that is included with OIC, which you've just seen here. You will also be able to bring in integrations from any of the other 2 flavors of OPA, meaning that if you have a customer that has purchased OPA for a Fusion application extension scenario, they will still be able to link their instance to an OIC environment. So if you have a SaaS customer, they've purchased the SaaS queue of OPA, but that customer also has an Oracle integration environment and they want to link the 2 together, they can. And so to do this self-registration, what you'll need to do is you'll need to get an OPA admin to navigate to our workspace. And under administration, there's a new option called registered services. In here, they'll be able to manually associate an OIC instance to this OPA environment. And so if you do that, you can see here there's a bunch of different parameters that you need to put in to associate the 2 instances. Again, this use case is for cases where OPA is not part of Oracle Integration 3. When OPA is provisioned with Oracle Integration 3, this registration will be automatically done for you. You won't need to enter anything here. If you navigate to the workspace, you'll see that there's an automatically attached instance of integration. So there's no manual configuration required by end users in this case. Okay, so that covers the initial part, right? Which is, OPA available as part of OIC or Oracle Integration 3, and also you can register an Oracle Integration instance to an OPA instance for those OPA flavors that do not come with Oracle Integration. So let's now have a look at how you can bring in integrations into your OPA environment. For that, I'll navigate to this instance, and I think I have an application, a process application called Procurement Process Demo. Okay, so in here, I have 3 processes let's have a look at one of these processes. So it's a simple process that starts with a web form where an end user can request the purchase of some items. That will then get routed to the manager, the line manager, for approval. The line manager can either approve or reject the request. If they approve it, there'll be a purchase order created in an ERP system. And either way, then the requester will be notified of the outcome of the approval step. So let's take this simple scenario. What we can do now is we're going to bring in an Oracle integration to this scenario. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this process, and we're going to create a new one called procurement process with OIC. There we go. So now we have a new process, and I'm going to change this notification step from an email to an OIC integration. So I have a simple OIC integration, which will take a message and send it to Slack. So effectively, I'm going to change the delivery mode from email to Slack, but I'm going to do it via an OIC integration. So to do this, I can just change the type, change it from a notification to an integration step. Cool. The next thing that I'll need to do is I'll need to add the integration that I want within my process application. So you can see under connections, we have two different options. One is to use our REST API connector, and the other is to use an integration. So in this case, I'm going to click on the integration option, which will connect to my OIC environment and pull out all of the integrations that I can call from API. So in here, I have an integration called Oracle Slack Push Notification, which will do exactly what it says and push a message to a Slack channel. So I'm going to select this one and just create this integration. So now what you'll see is under the connections, there's a new connection that's created that actually uses this OIC integration. So in here, you can see the version that's used. So if I change the version in OIC, I can then refresh this. This will pick it up, and I can choose to move to the newest version. So there's lifecycle management capabilities here. There's also a bunch of control around the visibility of whether you want to see things at a connector, resource, or operation level. But this looks good. I don't need to make any more changes here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my process. And I'm going to now configure this step to use this integration. Okay, so here's this activity. So I've changed the type back to integration. If I open the properties, you'll see that I can browse through the existing integrations that I have. I've only imported one, which is the Slack push notification integration. So that's the one I'll choose. I can pick the resource, if a post message in this case, and the operation is post. And that's it. That's all of the config that I need there. Now I can open my data association, and I'll need to map my request to this integration. So here, what I'll do is I'll just enter the channel name, which is OPA alerts. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is map my message. So in here, I'm going to say something like, your purchase requisition for item blah has been approved, and I'm going to do it based on a condition. So here, my condition will be based on our task outcome equals approved. That looks good. And then again, I'll just handle the rejected use case. So same message but has been rejected. And I'm going to do that conditionally again if the task outcome is not approved. Cool. So that's it. So I've just swapped out that email notification to an OIC integration step. Let me activate. The application, which is done. And now I'll be able to navigate to the workspace, and we should be able to see this integration. So let me just find it. Here's our process. So as an end user, I'm going to pick a laptop that I want to order. This first one looks good. I'm going to pick a supplier and then submit it. This will go to my manager. A different user would normally open this task, but for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to open the manager's task, review the request. Okay, so one item was ordered here, was this laptop, and I'm going to approve in this case. Okay. So now if I refresh this, we should see this instance complete, which it has. Let's have a look at the audit now. So if I look at the audit of OPA, you could see the request that was received. Again, kind of at every stage, we captured the information that was available. We see that here there was an approval step, and that this approval step resulted in approval because the create PO step was triggered. And here our OIC integration Oracle Slack push notification was called. You can see the payload with which we called it. So that's there, and also you can see the response that was returned by OIC here too. So if I now go to, if I now open another window or bring another window into view, which is here, we can see that that OPA has triggered this integration, which has sent a message via Slack to actually say that this purchase requisition for this specific computer has been approved, effectively notifying the requester that their request was fulfilled. So that's it. That's a nice quick demo of how you can use OPA to interact with OIC integrations through a catalog-based approach where you can just pick the integration that you want to leverage and then use it within your process workflows. Thank you.